on me, right?
Hello everybody, it is Christine. It's time for a scrapbook process video. And what I decided to do was I had these two Scrap Room Flavors of the Month collections. One is a Carta Bella Harvest, I guess is the name of it, right? And then I have this Maggie Holmes Forever Fields. And I've used both of these. I had some layouts here in November. Technically, this is just other stuff. But I've used both these. But I looked and I go, oh my gosh, the color palettes work really well. And I have this photo of my daughter. I've actually scrapped this before. I know I have. It's just been a while. It's a professional photo from when she was... it's got a little Christmas tree in the background. So unfortunately, it's not Christmas, this stuff. But I'm not going to worry about it. It's... she would have been 7 months there. Is she not the cutest, y'all? Is that not adorable? But the colors kind of work, so I'm going to use it anyway. Now, I don't have a plan, y'all. I'm going to look at these little scraps here. So I have these little scraps. This is a good... Uh-oh. That's not good. I got a sticker over here on this, y'all. That got stuck. It's okay. It's okay. We'll just lay that down there. What I really love is I have this. So what I have is these scraps. I have a couple of sticker sheets here because I have this full one and I have that little Maggie Holmes one there. Now this one has a little more goldish to it. So I may end up having to focus on, I don't know. It still kind of works. It's okay. So I have that, and then I have two pieces of, I mean, these are really pretty. I need to think on this stuff here. I've got cardstock. I've got two pieces and a square. So what if I'm just kind of spitballing this, y'all? I could do like a little square layout. I've done a fairly recent base page deal with a similar, I could do some, you know, like some fishtail banners or something here. I'll need to mount this. What if I use this green? Because I've not used it. I need to trim that up a little bit. I think I cut that crooked. That's really pretty. I do like these flowers. Okay, I'm going to, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to frame this. And then I'll use this square, and then I'll cut some fishtail banners, I think. I have plenty of this. I wonder if I could get away with like this. And then I've got plenty for fishtail banners. I think I'll do that. This will go in the middle. And then I think I'm going to, like I said, make fishtail banners, like really wide ones, you know. And I still have these little plaids. I definitely want to introduce the plaid as well, because the little bear has a plaid. So kind of thinking along these lines. I don't know about the orange. I think I won't do the orange. I may have to use that for something else. The bow is cute. It is a little baby, you know. How adorable is that? Okay, let me do a little trimming here. I like the wood grain. Maybe, what if I do this? Do I have enough at that point? Okay, I wouldn't be able to mount the photo. So I have to decide. Oh, yes, I could. I'll just gut it. I'll just gut it. Ah. Yeah. Okay, let me do a little bit of cutting. I'll be back on in a second. Okay, I have, well, confession time, y'all. I cut that little wood grain piece. I don't know how I did it. I cut it like 9 or something. I cut one side shorter than the other, I guess what I started to say. So I ended up having to trim my little green paper there in the middle 1/4 inch. So it worked out. Because I had an 8x8 green piece of paper, and I was intending to cut it 8.5 by 8.5. And somehow I cut it 8.5 by 8. So, okay, no big deal. I just trimmed down my wood grain a little bit and then trimmed down the green paper. I'm totally fine yet still. But I do have my little green and square in the middle with the wood grain background. And now I'm just mounting my photo. And this is what I mentioned to you. I'm using the gutted piece of the wood grain photo mat or square mat or whatever, paper mat. And that's going to go between the photo and the dark green. And I think this looks really pretty. I don't know if you can really tell in the picture because it is kind of dark, but her little dress is a little velvet green, really dark green dress. I thought she just looked so pretty, y'all. I bought clothes for her. This girl, before she was born, had a closet full of clothes. I was so excited to have a little girl, and I had bought so many clothes. And y'all, she didn't leave that house without a headband. She just didn't. Um, she had the prettiest little red hair, and again, I had a pair of shoes. I think she had something like, I don't know how many, 20 pairs of shoes or something like that before she was even born, I think. And the bad part about it, though, y'all, is she was a good-sized baby. She was 8'3" when she was born, and she's very tall now. She's nearly 6 feet tall now. So as she was growing, she was actually kind of ahead. You know, you buy your clothes, it's 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, whatever. She was ahead about a quarter, if not 6 months sometimes. So I would have something that was a bit out of season that was the right physical size for her. So like summer clothes in the fall kind of thing, or spring or something. So it worked out okay, but since I had bought so many ahead of time, I was kind of messed myself up a little bit. Okay, so now I have all the things matted, and I've glued down the square. I'm just double checking the squareness of it. And now I'm looking at these pieces. I'm going to make those fishtail banners I mentioned to you. So the big, I started off trying to do it to the top, all the way to the edge of the cream color, because I would have enjoyed that. But where the tail was going to end up, it was going to end up kind of under the photo, and I didn't want that. So I ended up bringing it to the inside, and it's okay. I mean, it totally looks fine. It's just framing. The cream color cardstock is just framing everything. So I'm just using my scissors to kind of manually cut these. I do fold it over a little bit. I'm actually doing that on purpose because I actually like the, not a fold, but I do like how it'll kind of curl up and give a little bit of dimension to the little fishtail banner. When I do that, I try not to like fold it. I don't really want to fold in the paper, but I don't mind the little bit of a curl that it creates. And then I decided to go ahead and scuff the edges because my little bow paper there had kind of a rough edge. And so I'm just deciding I'm going to go ahead and scuff all the edges. Oh, and by the way, I did scuff the edge of the big brownish red cardstock, and I've scuffed the edge of the green and the wood grain, and then I scuffed the edge of the dark green photo mat. Most of it's kind of getting scuffed up. So, and y'all can see my new little scuff thing there. That's from Some Assemblage Required. I do like it. It's a little bigger than the other one, the Tim Holtz one. And so it fits in your hand nicely. And no, I'm not an affiliate or anything like that. I don't have any discount codes or anything like that. I do enjoy sharing products and things. If I find them and I like them, I'll tell you about them. So, I mean, maybe someday I'll end with some links and things like that. At the moment, I don't have any, but that's okay. I do the hobby for the sake of the hobby. So I'm going to go ahead and put down the tails, the fishtail banners here. I'm going to overlap them. I think these turned out really pretty, though. I do love the fact that these two collections really work together. Now, I will tell you, I don't actually end up really using much of anything off of the Harvest sticker sheet. When I started looking at it, I realized most of it just had such an orange base. It wasn't going to work with what I had done with these papers. So I contemplated, there was one little pumpkin on it that's kind of a tealish color that probably could have worked. But honestly, had I done that, I would have ended up with no small teal pumpkins to be used in the future with the stickers. So I restrained myself and did not use that little pumpkin, even though I think it actually could have kind of worked. But so I mostly just used this Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, and I used nearly every sticker, y'all. The only ones I really didn't use are the mushrooms and the man's head and the word remember. I think I used literally every other sticker, though. So I'm going to basically do a little bit of a design with a diagonal here. I'm going to put the flowers in the upper left, and then I'll end up with some small flowers and stuff down in the lower right. I've already picked my title. It says Always Smiling, which I thought was just so cute. She actually, my daughter actually won a little baby beauty contest, you might call it. You had to submit photos and stuff. And she won she was Happiest Baby. That was at 5 months. I guess just because of her big old gummy smile, you know. She's just got this pretty little gummy smile there, which most babies do, that little gummy smiles, y'all. That are just so cute. I mean, until they get teeth, you know, they got that little gum and it's just slobber and all that stuff, and they're just so cute. Anyways, I'm off on a tangent, y'all. Sorry about that. I've got that Always Smiling. I will put Always up on foam. I actually started to put on the photograph, but it was just going to be too separated from the word smiling, and I didn't care for that. So I'm going to use a little bit of foam, and it's going to kind of go at the bottom of the photo, just above the word smiling. And then I have, there was like a little plant inside a jar or whatever. I've got that on the right-hand side. I kind of just filled out a little cluster over there, honestly. In the upper left up there, you can see I got the old-timey camera, which I really love that. Kind of tuck that into the flowers. I'll actually end up adding that little quail that's on the sticker sheet up there over those flowers. And then I will actually add the butterfly in the lower right. I also just kind of take the leaves. There's like some little single leaves and stuff like that. And I'm going to put those around. This Love You So Much, rather, gave me a little bit of heartburn at first, but then I figured out to move it over to the right. I like that a lot. I also kind of get a little bit of these hearts. I'm gonna put these, there's little heart stickers on here. And I struggle with the ones in the upper left. I wanted to stick them to the left of the camera and the bird and all that kind of stuff once I get there, but then it just didn't, you couldn't hardly see it on top of my little bow paper. So I mess with these just a minute. I'll fast. You'll see me. I'm going to kind of fast with this. They end up actually right kind of above the Love You Much section over there, but I will fast with that. And there's plenty of them though. I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 little hearts, I think. And I almost didn't use the strawberries, and then I went ahead and brought them in at the end as well. I don't know if I put that on camera though, but I think you'll see it on the photos. I don't remember though. I will do those. And I actually add a little label too, believe it or not. I haven't typically done labels, but I just did a layout the other day. It was a Scrapbook Crafternoon a couple weeks. No, it was the first, so maybe not too long ago. I record out of order sometimes, you guys, and I'll lose track of what I'm doing. But I did some labels there, and then I see my friend Tara over at the Paper Snob. She uses labels quite a bit. And y'all, I've got my planner supplies sitting out right over, or not sitting out really, but like right near me anymore, because I've been getting into my planner a lot. And I was like, I know I've got a label. And so I'm going to actually end up pulling out a label to add a little bit of journaling. So I got my little quail up there. He will go up on foam. I will put the Love You Much up on foam. And I'll put the one butterfly wing up on foam as well. There's my little bird. I don't really need a quail, but it's cute and matches the color scheme. So it's going to go on here. And yeah. I don't know if I've told you guys before, but when Brooke, her whole first year, I got a photo made every month because they just grow so fast. And this is back in the day, and this has been one of my older videos. So apologies if you heard it before, but I'll just tell you anyway. Back in the day, you could go like to JCPenney or Sears or whatever and get like a set of photos. It was just single pose, so you'd only get one pose. They take a whole bunch because they're trying to sell it to you, but you could get a single pose for like $19.99. So I would take her in. Now, here's the truth of it. 9 times out of 10, I didn't buy more pictures because she just looks so cute to me. There was a handful that I wasn't in love with. Like there was one when she was real small. I think she was 6 weeks or no, 4 weeks. Might have been 4. It might have been a little older. She was sitting up. It was a little older, between 3, 4, 5 months, something in there, 3, 4 months or something. She was sitting up, but they wouldn't really like help her. I don't know. I was a little aggravated, so I wasn't happy. She was kind of slumped over. It might have been 3 months now that I'm thinking about it. And she's kind of slumped over. That was not my favorite photo. She looked cute in the face, but like her little body just looked like very uncomfortable. So I think I only bought one of those, that one pose, but at least I got the photo. I wanted to capture every month. So, all right, now you can see all my little goodies I got stuck down there. And there's my label that I've pulled out of my little sticker book there. And I'm going to dink around with finding the right pen. That one doesn't work. I'll have to find another one. I end up with one that has like a little bit of glitter in it, actually. So I'm not sad about the pen I end up with, but it took me a second to find the right one. And I just write Brooke at 7 months on here. You can see my little strawberries that I stuck down there. I don't know if I did that on camera, but you can see those. And then basically that's all I'm going to do, you guys. I used up basically both of those collections. I just have very small scraps left over. I may run them through my die cut machine, but I am really pleased. I used 2 of those collections basically all the way up, except the sticker sheet for Harvest. So that's the only other thing. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I appreciate you. Make sure you say hello, and also like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.